Hey, what is going on, guys? My name is Tom Spark and welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be updating Cactus VPN to put it in the 2.0 system. This is going to be a pretty harsh review, and it's definitely looking at VPNs in a more objective and reliable approach, because some of the VPNs like Cactus that had ranked high in the last tier list are getting definitely bumped down or nerfed in the new tier list, because it is more strict, it is more accountable, and that's something that overall I think will be good in the reviews coming forward. So just keep that in mind. If you guys do decide you want to purchase Cactus VPN, you could get 30% off of it with code TomSpark. That said, I'm not sponsored, just an affiliate, and this is an honest review. So let's go ahead and get into it. Now, I think Cactus VPN in a lot of ways gets off to a really good start here, guys, in terms of pricing. The overall pricing plan itself is very good. Not only that, but you get the unlimited simultaneous connections, which is kind of unusual. So that's really cool. But outside of that, you do get a really good promo code. Kind of like Torrenting VPN, Cactus VPN has clutch promo codes. Very generous. If you use code TomSpark any time of the year, you can get 30% off. This means the 1 month plan is only $7, which is very solid. Not only that, but the main yearly plan is around, I think, $40 to $50 with that 30% off. It's usually around $70. So let's take 30% off of that and see what kind of price we can get here for the 1 year plan. That's going to be around $48. So that is really good. Additionally, we could also look for other things with Cactus VPN that we like in the tier list. So 1 month is going to be in between that $6 to $10 range. It also has 3 months, which is kind of cool. For $20 to $30 is what we're looking for. So let's see what we can get for 3 months here. So for 3 months, you could get it for $16. It would be around $32 for 6 months, so just slightly above that, so it doesn't get points there. But for pretty much everything else, Cactus VPN excels. The 1 year plan is fitting in right between the price point. Same with 2 year and 3 year, fitting in between $100 and $120 respectively. It also has a 30-day refund policy, no countdown clock timers on the website, there's no price increases after terms, and you get unlimited simultaneous connections. So this is definitely one of the more solid pricing options out there. Comparable to something like Torguard and VPN, and definitely one of the reasons why I like this VPN a lot. It's just a good deal at the end of the day, and it's really cool. Now, if there's one area I do think Cactus VPN still needs work, it would be the application. I've talked to the team about it in the past, and they said they are working on things. They asked me for some feedback on how to improve the application in terms of the UI and stuff like that. I did give them some feedback on Twitter. I even made a video about it, which is pretty cool. I always like VPNs that actually ask for my opinions on how to improve, rather than just trying to sue me or something like that if I don't like their product. So that's always a good thing. But with Cactus VPN, they do need some improvements. As you can see here, there's a little bit of like strange lag with like my 4K display. I told them about this issue a while ago, and they were aware of it, and still not fixed, which is definitely a little bit disappointing. Just a little bit of jank there. But also in terms of features, we're not seeing some of the things I like to see with some of the other applications out there. As far as what I could tell from the application, it doesn't support split tunneling. It also doesn't have ad blocking, any obfuscation options like for Stealth VPN. There's no Linux GUI, and it doesn't seem to support port forwarding on their website, even though they do have a blog post discussing it. Perhaps it's a choice not to do it because port forwarding is not mandatory in a lot of ways. It's mainly important for seeding torrents, not downloading them. But I do think Cactus VPN does need to still work on this application, at least to make it competitive with other VPN providers. It does get the job done, and it does have WireGuard and kill switches, Fire Stick support, browser extensions, DNS controls, and SOCKS 5 proxy support. So it does nail a lot of the fundamentals, but just to remain competitive, I do think it still needs a bit of an upgrade and some TLC with the interface as well. It's a little bit bland, a little bit plain. It doesn't really catch the eye, and I do think that's something they could work on as well to make it a little bit more appealing in terms of the interface, make it feel a little bit more modern, and make the colors stand out a little bit more, I think. That's definitely something I would like to see going forward, and they do need to work on this a bit, I think. Alright guys, next up is the speed test. And now remember guys, if you see a speed test on YouTube or any other website, make sure that it's a live test like I'm doing right now, where you could see the connection and you could see the live test happening. Otherwise, you can't really tell if it's a real speed test, where they could fake the data to make a narrative to sell you other VPNs that they claim are faster. Here on the channel, we only do live speed tests to show you real results, so you know I'm not faking it or editing it or anything like that behind the scenes. Now, this speed test from Cactus VPN, it's kind of not too amazing. We do see a higher ping than normal, which isn't ideal. I like to see around 5 to 10 ms, and the download rate is a little bit low as well, and the upload rate is definitely kind of hindered right there. We'll have to see how it does in the torrent test to get more of a fuller picture of how it does. So the interesting thing about Cactus VPN is that you do need to pick a specific server to block or unblock the restrictions on the servers not being P2P friendly. So you just go up here, maybe pick something like this, and then you connect, and let's see if it works and what kind of speeds we can get from this Ubuntu torrent file. It's around 2.62 gigabytes. Ideally, with a WireGuard supported VPN, I would like to see 50 to 70 megabytes per second, just to make sure we do have WireGuard on, which is good. And let's see what kind of speeds we can get from this. So it is stalled right now. Let's see if we can get it up and going. All right, so now it's working. Got that up and going. Another little kind of little thing about Cactus VPN, I do wish every server was P2P friendly. I don't really like how you have to pick specific ones. Maybe due to the base location of this company or something like that, they have to do it that way. I'm not really sure. Otherwise, though, we are actually getting very good speeds here from Cactus, going up to around 51.8 there, hovering around 45, 55 there. I would say these speeds aren't like anything super amazing, but definitely solid for downloading stuff. Definitely going to get the job done and not have that much of an impact. I would like to see it maybe 20% faster or something like that. Going from 50 to 70%, 50 to 70. But we are still getting really good speeds here. Overall, not bad. Not sure what was wrong with the speed tests, but torrent download test overall pretty good actually. Now, how does Cactus VPN perform in the privacy audit? Well, unfortunately, they're not going to be able to tick all the boxes. That's because they use Google Analytics with anonymized data. So that's kind of a bummer. But besides that, they have a pretty good no log policy. The only thing is that they almost very closely passed the blacklight test. There does seem to be one ad tracker on the website though, which isn't a big deal. Very close here and probably better than a lot of other VPNs. Fortunately though, they also have 2 trackers on Android, just standard kind of anonymized Google Crash Analytics stuff to monitor how the application is working. That said, they do have a really low permission count of only 7 permissions, which is actually quite good. So overall, a lot of these things do pretty well, but they can't get to that perfection we're looking for in the privacy audit. That said, Cactus VPN is a very solid company, and I really like the guys who work there. They do support the channel and have a little bio here on the website since they liked my review, so that's always cool to see. Supporting honest reviews here from us. They also are pretty friendly and just knowledgeable about the stuff that they're doing behind the scenes. They've never had any security leaks or any acquisition or sell-off of the company, so that's really good that you could trust them as well. Now, Cactus VPN, as far as I can tell, doesn't have that many complementary privacy services, if any at all. They do have some minor DNS stuff, but nothing that I'm really looking for. They don't have any like extra email services, any data breach notifications, or any kind of advanced ad blocking techniques that you could kind of customize on their website. So that is something they could kind of look into, maybe some extra complimentary things within the subscription or as an add-on is even acceptable, but I would like to see that if the team has time for it. Overall though, Cactus VPN, I do think they are a pretty good company, but they don't check all the boxes to fulfill the requirements of a perfect privacy audit. But that is a pretty rare thing to achieve after all. So guys, what about Cactus VPN support, the quality of it? Well, they do have live chat, which is good, so they're gonna pass that test. However, that said, it is only available from GMT 10 to about 18 and from 21 to 4. This is a little bit tricky for me to kind of get in contact with them during certain morning hours, but as you can see down here, they do have it open right now, which is good, and they have really good live chat support. So that's really good. It kind of just depends on, your time zone, so maybe don't use it in the morning PST. Besides that, though, they do have pretty good ticket response times as well. Unfortunately, though, it was just about under 2 hours, and they weren't able to meet my 1 hour requirement ticket response time to get the full points there. Nevertheless, though, that is still a pretty fast ticket response time. just not as quite of quick as I've been wanting, and that some other VPNs can offer. Those under an hour ticket response times, sometimes anywhere from 1 to 30 minutes, which is insanely good. So there's that. All right, guys, thanks for making it to the end of this Cactus VPN review. Honestly, it's definitely gone down a little bit in terms of score. I don't know if Cactus VPN, in fact, I know already, it's not a tier 1 VPN anymore. That's partly because the new system is just more strict and also more accurate. I do think Cactus VPN is a good product. It's very affordable. It works well with streaming providers, and the speeds aren't actually that bad for torrenting. Pretty good. That said, in some of the privacy aspects, like having Google Analytics, it does fall short. The support was pretty fast. It just didn't quite make that under 1 hour time limit, so that definitely would have given a big boost, around 45 points there, but it wasn't able to do it. It also falls a little bit short in the application. It just kind of needs more updates, more features and stuff like that, and that's something to keep in mind. Anyways, guys, that's it for this Cactus VPN review. Check out the tier list to see all the updated reviews, and I'll see you in the next video very soon.